Here's how to control the Wavetable synth in Ableton Live 10 with a Seaboard Block. First, you need to configure your Seaboard Block for Ableton Live. You can do this by connecting your block to your computer and launching Block's dashboard. From the left panel, select Single Channel Mode. Ensure that both MIDI Start Channel and MIDI End Channel are set to 1. Ensure that pitch bend range is set to 48 and that slide mode is set to relative unipolar. For the glide, slide, and press tracking options, select Last Played. At the top toolbar, go to File and save the current settings as Ableton Live Seaboard Block. This way, you can quickly load the Wavetable synth settings for your Seaboard Block in the future. Your Seaboard Block is now all set and you can quit Block's dashboard. Now launch Ableton Live 10. In this case, we have preloaded a few instances of the Wavetable synth and a drum rack. If you arm one of the Wavetable synth tracks, you can already play notes just as you would with a typical MIDI controller. Now let's make this into an expressive sound that responds to the glide, slide, and press gestures from the Seaboard Block. First, let's map glide to pitch bend. In Wavetable, click on the MIDI tab and set the PB to pitch amount to 48. Now you can glide your fingers left and right to achieve vibrato and pitch bend. If you play a chord, the last note you play has the power to change the pitch bend. Now let's map press to amplitude. Again, from the MIDI tab, set the AT to amp amount to around 50. You can adjust this value to change its sensitivity and range. Now you can press your fingers into the surface to control the amplitude or volume of your Wavetable preset. If you play a chord, the last note you play has the power to change the amp level of the entire chord. Finally, let's map slide to wave position. For slide, you need to map the gesture via MIDI learn. Slide sends the MIDI CC message 74. To do this, go to the top right corner and select MIDI to enable MIDI map mode. Select any parameter that you want slide to control. In this case, it's wave position. Play any note on the Seaboard to create the mapping. After the 1/74 symbol appears on wave position, the mapping is secured and you can deselect MIDI to exit MIDI map mode. With the Seaboard Block, you can play with multiple dimensions of physical control, which allow you to play more expressively and intuitively. Now that you know how to map glide, press, and slide to Wavetable, you can design and experiment with your own expressive sounds. Now let's jam over some loops.